To start at the first part of this story, click the link at the top right. They called it a safe house, though there was nothing safe about the feeling it gave me. Concrete walls, humming conduits, recycled air. The kind of place no one ever looks for, because no one ever wants to know it exists. I met the contact as instructed. Minimal conversation, efficient. This cell had done their part, flagged the numbers, survived the silence that followed. They handed me their detailed report. I settled in to review it. Colony 3 had once been a trade hub. Now it was something else, less regulated, more profitable, and almost entirely in the governor's hands. The data painted a clear picture. Falsified outputs, tax avoidance on imperial scale, labour figures with no labourers to match. Corruption wasn't suspected. It was confirmed. The governor's name was redacted in half the reports, as though it didn't matter anymore. The title alone carried enough weight to crush a dozen lives. The face on the screen bore no fear, no apology, only certainty. Outside the walls of the safe house, his world bloomed in gold. Ornate markets shimmered with luxury. Banners of silk and blood red lined the avenues. I passed glass-fronted boutiques guarded like armories. The people inside smiled too easily, drank too freely, spoke too loudly, as if noise alone could drown out the screams they chose not to hear. And all the while, the governor's circle dined beneath chandeliers, raising crystal flutes in gilded halls. I had seen wealth before, but never detachment like this, as if poverty were not a tragedy, but a distant rumour. It would be easy to call them complicit, but I had to ask myself, would I have noticed the rot if I had been raised among such excess? Would I have looked beyond the perfume and gold if no one had ever taught me to see? I saw then what it meant to live without illusions. A queue wound around a cistern tower where old women clutched tin containers beneath the gaze of armed enforcers. Below the banquet windows, a man sifted through food waste as laughter spilled down like runoff. The contrast was no longer abstract, it was visceral, and it was now impossible to ignore. Some faces were withdrawn, guarded, others watched you too closely. Trust here was currency, hoarded or traded with caution. The governor lives in a world wrapped in gold thread and silence. Behind sealed doors and masked smiles, the elite swirl through opulent halls, their laughter echoing against marble and glass. I saw them gamble fortunes on whims, sip wine aboard yachts the size of buildings, and speak in hushed tones that carry the weight of nations. Art collections, private performances, legal advisors who bow deeper than any judge, and always at his side, her, the woman in red. No records, no origin, no whispers even among our most embedded informants. Her presence unsettles. Too perfect to be coincidence, she walks behind him, sits beside him, watches in silence. Sometimes I wonder who commands whom. No identification, no origin, no past. That makes her dangerous. The Inquisition has excellent resources, no record on a person, especially if clearly moving in the highest circles, is not just an anomaly. It is unheard of. But deeper beneath the glitter, the cracks show. Their parties are more than indulgence. They feel curated, controlled. The women who serve, entertain, obey, always graceful, always silent, are never seen elsewhere. Their smiles don't reach their eyes. My operatives could trace none of them. No employment contracts, no transport logs, no familial connections, as if they were moved outside the system, or beneath it. I stare at the red-dressed woman again, captured by the drone feed as she walks ahead of the governor toward the masked girls. She smiles, and for a moment I feel the cold wash of certainty. It's too soon for conclusions, but something is wrong here. Not just corruption, something colder, designed, hidden behind the facade of wealth and status. And she, the woman in red, knows it all. I'm certain of it. How did you like this episode? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.